Okay, Virgos, we're back. Okay. Forgive me for the break. I hate that they happen like that, especially in this setting because I can't stitch the videos together. So forgive me. All right, let's go ahead and look at your 3 Kipper deck cards. Show me pathway first. Clarify pathway, please. Thank you. Pathway. So this could be a lonely time. You could feel abandoned or neglected during these next 2 years. It could be very isolating, I think. Ultimately, you could be going through a purge. You could be getting rid of a lot of things, a lot of people, a lot of things. You could be clearing out your house, clearing out clutter, attic. Somebody's clearing out their attic. Maybe if you have like a basement or something like that, like old areas of your house that you forgot about, but old areas and compartments of your body, your house, where your muscles have stored emotions and things like that. You're getting rid of that. And that could just be very lonely. And you could be feeling like it could appear that like, oh, people aren't inviting you out, or you don't have friends, or it's just a lonely time or a lonely season. But I think that's just the isolation. It's making me feel like this is related to this card. This could be a spirit guide, some other older relative. It feels like a spirit guide for a lot of you, like a passed on ancestor of some sort, maybe somebody who you were close to. You could be channeling them a lot. They could be just guiding you, hovering over you, keeping an eye on you, making sure things are going well in your life, feeding you information, trying to help guide you along your path, right? Both of these cards are number 5s. So again, along this journey, you're going to go through lots of changes and transformations. That's why all the butterflies are on this trail, right? So it could just feel very isolating for you while you're going through these changes. Any clarification for the 5 of Pentacles? They could happen very fast. You'll be channeling messages very quickly with the 8 of Wands. For some of you, I'm putting it back though. It didn't completely come out. It just flipped over. 5 of Pentacles, please. 5 of Pentacles. Thank you. Again, a quick energy here. There could be lots of people moving in and out of your life. You could be moving in and out of other people's lives. You may be dating, some of you, or you could just feel like you can't really quite get into something good. Like you can't dig your feet into something good. You could be going through lots of changes and transitions during this period very quickly. So like this energy is typically like very flighty, like non-committal kind of. So I feel like with you being an earth sign, you probably would rather settle down into something and commit to something, whether it be a relationship, a job, or something like that. But maybe Spirit is having you move through lots of different phases to learn different things, to experience different things, to make different changes within yourself, within your being, within your body, within your home, within your mindset, right? And it could just take place very quickly. So you may be feeling like you're not developing, but maybe you're learning how to be more creative, more charismatic, more confident, more of who you are. You're getting in touch with your personality and things like that. Show me the mature man, please. The Fool card showed itself, so I do feel like this is somebody who is assisting you on your new journey, your new path. We have the Sun card reversed and the Death card. So you may be unsure of how to express yourself with the Sun being in the reverse. While you're going through these changes and transformations, you could feel like you could feel like you're going through a bit of an identity crisis for some of you, or loss of identity, or just feeling like, who am I? Maybe you realize you've been identifying with things that weren't actually you. They were just actually of people around you, or your parents, your grandparents, people who you grew up with, your family, things of that nature. While you're going through these changes, transformations, transmutations, transformations, I think I said that already. But anyway, with the Sun card being here, I do feel like there's a lack of confidence in a sense, because you're gaining your footing, right? You're not really sure what's going to happen, what's going to transpire, what's going to take place. So there's like a nervousness here, whereas the Sun card reverse is very confident, and the reverse is like not sure of what's happening, what's gonna happen. And with the Death card being here, you don't know what's gonna happen. Things are changing. The only thing that is for sure is change. And because of that, even though you're a mutable sign, you like to prepare, you like to be informed, right? So with this energy present. It's just like you can't really prepare because it's like soon as it's how this Knight of Wands feels too. It's like soon as you get into something, it's like next. It's like so you can't truly. It's like it changes. You can't truly become confident because it keeps changing. If that makes sense. I did want to look at my Sun card really quickly, but if I'm not going to be able to find it, I'm not going to trip on it. I keep passing it up. There we go. Yeah, you can feel really disoriented, unsure of who you are, unsure of what's going on, unsure of how to express yourself, how to react. Yeah, pretty much. Show me false person. Thank you. False person. I think this is in relation to you. Again, 2 8s here. This is a perspective thing. When it comes to you, like not showing up as your most authentic and most vulnerable self, not your most truest self. When you could be kind of hiding behind this mask because you feel like that's the only way you know how to be. You haven't learned how to react or respond differently to different things. So this is like a self-imposed prison. Like I'm like this way because this is how I am. I've always been like this, and I don't know any other way to be. So you could be going through lots of changes, transformations, meeting people on different journeys and having different experiences that show you a different way, that give you the opportunity to respond differently to things, to change your self-expression, to get down to who you really are. You know what I mean? So maybe it's meant to expose all of the things that you're not so that you can be sure about who you are. It does feel like a little bit of an identity crisis. This could be you or someone around you, but for most of you, I feel like this is you. You're just trying to get back in touch with who you are, get in touch with your roots. But with the 8 of Swords being here, you can have a lot of anxiety, or there could be a lot of mental stress about not knowing, not seeing. But again, it's just like a self-imposed perspective. It's like it's only that way because you're choosing to see it that way. There's a million other different perspectives that can also be true. I think this is also like feeling like you have no way out of something, or you don't know what to do about a certain thing when there's more options that you are not allowing yourself to see. It's like something is right there in your face, and it's just like, imagine just like having your hands behind your back and your eyes closed. You know what I mean? You're just like, well, I can't see. And it's like, well, open your eyes. And it's like, I can't move. And it's like, you're literally wrapped in like toilet paper. You know what I mean? Like, it feels like a little dramatic, but it feels like based on anxiety, you perceiving a situation way worse, way more detrimental than it actually is, due to not having enough information. Show me the 8 of Swords, please. Thank you. 6 of Swords. Maybe you stayed in a situation for too long. Maybe it was a stressful situation, and maybe you felt like you had to stay. Maybe you felt like that was the only option that you had was to stay, even though it was stressful. You didn't move on when maybe you got signs that you should move on, where there was a lot of disappointment. You just couldn't win an unbeatable situation, a lose-lose situation. It maybe ended, and I feel like there were signs. I feel like there were red flags that somebody ignored, and you just were like, everything is fine. Like this 10 of Swords right here, everything is fine. You stayed put, and you allowed these daggers to go into you one at a time until eventually you were just done for. So eventually something had to come to an end. Again, another 5 with the 5 of Swords being here. So lots of changes, lots of transformations from staying in a situation too long, staying with someone or around someone who was not authentic. I feel like even if you weren't originally inauthentic, being around someone so inauthentic rubbed off on you in some way. So now you have to undo all of that. And that could be what this journey over the next 2 years is all about for you. Whatever it is, it could have ended in some type of slander, lies, rumors, betrayal, heartbreak. You could be looking over the past thinking about, damn, I really endured all that stuff. I really went through all that stuff. There could have been lots of fights, arguing, petty stuff, just like endless battles, competition, things of that nature. Like somebody always at your throat, always trying to get a reaction out of you or something. Show me the sun in the reverse. That's what I forgot to clarify. Thank you. The star card in the reverse. Yeah, inauthentic self-expression. You're not showing up as who you really are, right? And this phase, this transformation, this next chapter of your life is trying to show you how to be more of who you are. How to love yourself, how to nurture yourself, how to be honest with yourself, how to get back in tune with your emotions, your creativity, your intuition, your gifts. I feel like nurturing yourself is really big. Giving yourself love. Some of you forgot how to do that. Some of you are trying to heal mother wounds. But with the Queen of Cups here, it's just reconnecting to yourself. You could be on a journey of self-love, reevaluating who you are, learning who you are, getting back in touch with who you are, and nurturing yourself, being there for yourself. I love that for you. Let's get a Romance Angels card. Let's see what's going on in your love lane, your love life. And then, I have an astrological card. I have my astrological deck that I want to pull cards from also. Religious factors. Your love life is influenced by your religious upbringing and spiritual path. So I do feel like the partners you're meeting are definitely a part of your spiritual path. They're definitely showing you parts of yourself. You're mirroring back to each other parts of each other for growth and improvement, for ascension. And you could be meeting people, dating partners who are helping you get to the next level of your life. So trust that. You could be dating, but I wouldn't say don't get too attached to anybody that you meet over the next 2 years, because you're going through changes and transformations and getting to know yourself. And these people are just helping you to become more clear about what's you and what's not you. So they're serving a purpose. They're fulfilling a purpose in your life, and they're here for lessons and not for lifetimes. A lot of these people. So just keep that in mind. An attraction is here. You attract romantic love by enjoying this moment fully. I think if you're looking for love, and that's something that you're seeking, like you're actively looking for a partner and dating and things like that, and you just feel very lonely or neglected, and you feel like you haven't met your match. I feel like it's because you're still getting to know who you are, and you haven't presented yourself as your most authentic self. You're probably not being 100% true or honest about what it is who you are, what it is that you want. It feels like, to the extent of somebody's looking for the right man when you really are attracted to women or something like that. You know what I mean? Or vice versa. Or you keep looking for a particular type of man, and what will really fulfill you is something totally different, and you just haven't figured that out yet because you haven't connected to that part of who you are yet, and you haven't healed certain wounds yet, and there's a suppression of the true authentic self that's taking place. And as you connect to your intuition, your spirit guides, your psychic abilities, that helps to heal that. It bridges the gap between the spirit and who you are, and it helps you present yourself more authentically in your life so that you can be who you are and attract somebody who resonates with who you truly are and matches you. It's a better fit for you, because they might be a fit for your mask, but you're not even a fit for your mask. So it's still not going to work. You got to get down to who you really are. Getting down to the depths of who you are with the Queen of Cups energy, Scorpio energy. Any other messages for Virgos from the astrological deck, please? Lilith. Ooh, I love it. Juno and Psyche. Feminine energy, all three of these. Love that for you. Lilith is the dark feminine energy. So maybe you've been rejecting your inner Lilith. Maybe you haven't been allowing yourself to have certain pleasures in life. And it's like Lilith is not the one you want to deprive, because she will take what you don't give her. You have to be, it's the shadow side. It's this dark feminine energy, right? So the key words here are darkness, power, equality, mystery, wild, and pettiness. Lilith can react really really, Lilith can react in a very volatile way if she doesn't get what she wants or what she needs. So that's something that you have to nurture within yourself to have true happiness. It's like if you're not, it's like it's a level of self sabotage that you cannot fathom. Anyway, it says here, when you stand up for yourself, you're often faced with backlash and further punishment. And Lilith is asking you not to back down, continue to push forward, and have the capacity to downright destroy those who oppress you. Call on this powerful figure of womanhood when you feel like you don't have enough strength left. Sometimes strength is just walking away from the people who you are told are supposed to love, the people you were told you're supposed to love, and the goals and expectations others have set for us. So again, it's not fulfilling for you. It doesn't represent who you are. It's inauthentic to you. It's not a good example of your best self-expression. It's not allowing you to express the highest frequency of love to yourself. So it's something that you need to walk away from and move on from. With the the Six of Swords, Five of Swords also, but the Five and Six of Swords, it's like, you need to go, but it's like when you had the opportunity, maybe you still stayed for a little too long, or maybe your plans got disrupted. Juno is here. Let's look at Juno. This is a card of marriage, I believe. The partner is what it represents. And maybe in order to find the perfect partner, you have to find your perfect balance within yourself between masculine and feminine energy. Juno, the key words here are commitment, trust, equality, support, cooperation, infidelity, possessiveness, jealousy, and balance and oppression. So that could have been some of the things that you were dealing with the Lovers reverse. All of those things very much so fit the description of that card. My nose is itching like crazy too, so I must be really tapped in, Virgos. But oh my goodness, it's so distracting. Juno, it says here, when it appears in a reading, it's time to take a look at your relationship and evaluate what is working and what is not. So maybe if you're not currently in a relationship, it's maybe looking over past dating relationships. That could be why the Knight of Wands is here, or part of the reason why it's here. Juno never makes a flippant or sudden decision. She looks at every possible angle of a situation. And yeah, that Eight of Swords energy is not doing that. It's like, oh my God, this is so hard. This is so difficult. It's only seeing it one way. It's a limited perspective. So that's the opposite of Virgo. So maybe it's time for you to settle your emotions, get in tune with who you are. Maybe after everything settles and you are able to process everything, you can take that more meticulous look at things from all those different angles. It says here, it's the perfect time to make a list of the pros, cons, and indiscretions. Is your partner meeting your needs, or are you meeting theirs? If your partner strives for more stability and you want more excitement, how are you going to balance those desires? If you are not partnered up, this is a great time to do some self-reflection on what you bring to the table and what boundaries you want to set, or even if you want to be in a romantic relationship at all. So I do feel like you are reflecting on relationships. That makes a lot of sense. Granted, the energy that we're currently in as well. There's a lot of Libra energy currently going on. So if this reading resonates with you personally, you could have been in a relationship that you were just dying to get out of. You couldn't wait to leave. There could have been competition or unexpected, like spitefulness, unfair advantages. Just arguments, pettiness, childishness. Psyche is here, so this is connecting you with your goddess energy, I believe. Let me double check. Yeah, Psyche, the goddess, is the representation of this card. Some keywords are passion, empathy, sensitivity, psychic awareness, beauty, kindness. I think these are all the things that you are needing to connect to, and you have to be in isolation to do this. Very much so Hermit card, Virgo. I tried to say Hermit and Virgo at the same time. The Hermit card, which is your card, Virgo, your major arcana card. Psyche points to other people's expectations of us, who we are, and how we should behave is suddenly the topic of conversation. The empathetic side of you might be internalizing this, but like the adage says, other people's opinion of you is none of your business. And maybe you've been taking on other people's opinions too heavily, and now you're learning how to just give a shit about what you think and just what you think. And you have to be in isolation to do that. So you don't have other people influencing you or telling you what they think or giving you their 2 cents. You know what I mean? Like, that could be what this journey is about for you, Virgo. I hope this resonates. Please like, comment, and share if it does. And definitely check out your other placements. Anyway, it says your intuition is very heightened right now. And I think this is meant to connect you to the isolation that you experience is meant to connect you deeper to your intuition so that you learn how to self-navigate and trust yourself, not being led by others or the opinions of others or the reactions of others. You have the gift of sensitivity, and this allows you to turn even the worst feelings into beauty and positivity. Lead by example and show that kindness goes further than spite. Absolutely. So you could be not turning the other cheek, but showing some kindness to some very inauthentic people. And instead of matching their energy, you could be rising above it all. But it's going to take you some time. It's going to be a journey of self-reflection that you learn a lot on. And the people who come in and out of your life may be dating. I think you will be dating at least 2 or 3 people, some of you, over the next 2 years. And these people are going to teach you a lot about yourself, and not like in a, hey, I'm here to teach you about yourself type of way. If you choose to reflect on these experiences, you're going to have to actively put the effort into seeing what there is to learn from being engaged with this person, being around this person, interacting with this person. Why do I respond to this person like that? Why do I take that tone? Why do I, just dissecting yourself based on your interactions with other people. Let's get some crystal cards for you. Or a crystal card for you. Okay. Muscovite. I'm going to pull one more because that's not a really... Okay, perfect. Ooh. It's not a really popular card, but Muscovite. That's what it looks like. Oh my gosh. So anyway, it says this is a pragmatic, empirical, and reasonable. Who needs it be pragmatic, empirical, and reasonable? Anyone who has ever asked themselves, how did I not see that coming? This is very Virgo. Like I said, you want to be prepared for everything. And this is not a period of time that I think you're going to have all the answers, because you're learning how to discern and navigate based on your intuition and not on logic. You're very cerebral, Mercury ruled, so you probably are very left brain, even though you're feminine sign. So this is meant to connect you to your femininity, your psychic abilities, your intuition. Where to put it against your forehead while peering into the future. When to use it. When I want to believe is your MO. And when you feel like you've been missing the signs. When you have a problem logic won't solve. Yes. When you've blown the lid off with too much meditation, microdosing, or Moldavite and need to get a grip. Develop your foresight. My neighbors are obnoxious. I hope y'all can't hear them, because I can, and I would rather not. Your next crystal is Amazonite. Very pretty crystal, great for the throat chakra. Here's one of mine. It's my only one now, actually. I forgot that I had to replace all of my crystals. So I have a couple bracelets, I think, or beads, rather, 4 bracelets. Anywho, who needs it? Teeth grinders. Anyone struggling with Mercury retrograde, and your Mercury rules. So this is a great crystal for the throat chakra, as well as just balancing the mental state as well. Getting the thoughts in order. Communicating your truth, right? It says, place Amazonite below the throat, relax your jaw, and ask for the courage to speak your truth. When to use it? When your inner child wants a real talk with you. Ask yourself what little you really want. Does it sound like what current you would want if you would just allow yourself to want it? Let yourself want it. Perfect. Now say it out loud for the whole universe to hear you and go make it happen. Speak from your heart. Absolutely. That summarizes what this reading is all about. You having the courage to ask for what you truly want, not putting up a front about who you are, what you want, and learning how to trust yourself and be unapologetically authentic. In these next 2 years is going to be full of opportunities to connect deeper to yourself, your intuition, and your higher self, like who you truly are deep down inside. So best of luck to you. I hope that helps. I hope it resonated. Again, like, share, subscribe, check out Patreon if you want early readings, exclusive readings, and posts from me. Yeah. And I feel like there's so much more that goes on there. But yeah, thank you so much for watching this reading, Virgo. Make sure you check out both parts. If you watched this part first, make sure you check out the first part to get the beginning of the reading and check out your other signs. Until next time, peace, love, and light.